That was weird. I've never had that happen before where I've had, my phone is shaking. Anyways, where I've had a video just cut off. I think it's cut off at like 16 minutes and change. Not exactly, that was kind of weird. Not even gonna lie. Anywho, so this is gonna be two-part video. Ha ha. Jokes on you. Anywho, so I had never come across around somebody that is so confident in who she is, that is not apologizing for any words that come out that other people may think that are harsh or anything like that. Now, in my other channel, I do speak about how I'm perceived a certain way, and a lot of people just want to blame it on my narcolepsy. It's not that. It's just, I'm not here. I have always felt that I was different, and I have always felt that I couldn't fit the mold that was provided for me. Let's put it that way. So as I'm following Jupiter, whether what she is stating or not is relevant in an essence of what I'm going through. So there are a lot of twin flames that are still not in communication. There are a lot of twin flames that are still not in union. Now, what is union to you? What union is to me is different to what union is to another person, Some people consider union to be committed to each other but not living together. Other people consider union being married. Other people consider union being living together, and so on and so on. So it's a big, broad spectrum of things. What I liked about her is that the way she explains things just kind of like click, like, oh, that's what I was looking for. And it didn't matter how much research I did, I couldn't find it. So I ended up purchasing the gym package from her. So she calls it Get Your Masculine. And there's somebody else, and she always mentions it, and I cannot remember, says Get Into Mission. No, what is it? It's not Get Into Mission, is it? No. Get Your Mission. There you go, because it's a Y, not an I. I keep on missing that up. Get Your Mission. Anywho, the whole point was I bought the package, I read the book, not study it, which is still, which I'm going to start doing. I read the book, and to me, it spoke to, in a way, like, sure, this is what I've been going through. This is what I've been, like, fighting and trying to sort out and stuff like that. Like, why couldn't I see this or read this, like, 3 years ago versus now? But whatever. So then I started following her mentor, Sophia. Now, this lady... Oh my God, and I'm not laughing like out of anything. It's just, it baffles me that we come to a knowing inside of what's going on, but we are so, like, inside, internally, we're so afraid of hearing the actual truth that we continue to follow people that are just scraping the surface. Now, I've always had this thing inside of me where I like to get to the bottom of everything. So and I think, and I know that there's certain, healing is, like I've said in my other video, healing is not something that happens overnight, and it's something that we're always going to continue working on. So I was always a person that if we had an argument, I needed to understand where our communication went wrong, and I wanted to get to the bottom of it. And it's still something that I struggle with, to be honest with you, especially with my my other half. But how can I put it this way? Listening, and I mean, Jupiter 1111 does have a playlist with what is it she calls it? I can't remember. It's like an educational playlist, and so does Sophia. Now, Sophia's educational playlist is just her. I know that some of her videos are in Jupiter's. I'm not exactly sure who the other people are. I connected in an understanding of how Sophia speaks, the type of words that she uses, and just to feel that she knows what she's talking about. In an essence, into an understanding that I can understand, like at a level that I can understand, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So for the past few days, I've literally, like, I watch her teaching, like her videos on teaching and stuff like that, like back to back, back to back. And I like them because I need to remember which ones I listen to. And that again, you know, I explained to in regards to my narcolepsy on my channel, well, like my concentration and all this other things that get in the way of life. So I have been sitting, and I've made a video a couple of times about what this channel is going to be about. And I've deleted it plenty of times because it just didn't feel like everything that I needed to say was coming out. So through the listening to the videos and through watching Jupiter. Oh, that's the other thing. When there's a video that I feel that is not my current position, or something that I went through like a month ago or 2 months ago or even last week or a day ago, I still listen to the full video. And I do. And I pray. And when I say I pray, it's not the like the traditional Bible prayer. It is something that comes inside, and I am just praying in my head or with my thoughts, allowing myself to receive people's energy, and what in essence what I call transforming them, I guess, to like a neutral state, I would say, and sending it back to God, back to the universe, so that then it can get back to the person that needs it, if that makes any sense. Now, Jupiter, when she's done a couple of her live events, or when she prays and she sings and she speaks in a different language and tongues, and I need to actually tell her this, it is weird because I'm probably going to regret this as soon as I say it. I understand what she's saying. And it baffles me because my ears hear one thing, I guess, like externally at the beginning. And as I focus more, so what I have started doing is that when I know that she's gonna go into like singing and speaking in tongues, I pause the video and I kind of like take a couple of minutes to like clear my energy, so that when I start the video again, the blah 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 doesn't come through. It's just coming the message that she's sending to all of us, whether it's whatever it is, it's coming in a language that I can understand. I know, baffles me too, right? Why did I say that? I've belonged to churches that have spoken in tongues, and that was always my question. If a person is speaking in tongues, shouldn't there be somebody that interprets what they're saying in a way, in an essence? Because otherwise, how is the true message getting across to certain people? Not to everybody, because there are people that even if you're speaking in a different language still understand the message, but not everybody's at the same level. So some people, I feel, still need the guidance, still need the interpretation or the translation, but whatever. Anywho, so it really and I mean, I'm not sure if what I'm interpreting is even 100%. I guess that's something I would have to talk to her about. But I'm just letting you know what has been going on since I've started this journey. So my purpose is, like I've stated before, I have not read tarot cards. I have bought them plenty of times. I do not see anything. I feel certain things, but I always wanted to see what other people saw, if that makes any sense. So I've decided that I am going to dabble in that with my feelings and not my thoughts, and not what I think I should see, if that makes any sense. As I mentioned in the other video, one of the first videos that I made, I see, and you see, when I say I see, it's like it's a feeling that it's inside of me that I like. So it starts like inside, and then it like, when I doubt what I'm feeling, it kind of like shows me like this, like it's like a double confirmation type of thing when I do my water glass thing with a candle. Again, I have never done that for like online, or I've never done that in like for a group per se, but a few days ago that has been in like hinging at me like, you need to do a reading like that, not for a specific person but just in general. Now the other thing that has been itching me is that when I dream, I don't always dream in a interpretation way where is, oh, I saw the fall sky, the sky falling and it means this, or I saw a rabbit and it means this. I see, feel, hear, smell. Again, if you go into my other channel with narcolepsy, it explains my condition. So when I dream, it's as if I'm awake. So all my senses that are available when I'm awake are available to me when I sleep and when I dream. When I dream, I should say. Now, that I really didn't understand how my narcolepsy fed into all of this. Understanding it now. If I get hurt in a dream and it's painful or whatever, I carry that into my reality, into this universe. Now, you also have to understand, I have been astral projecting, which I didn't even know that's what it was, since I was a child. Yes, weird, right? My other half has actually woken me or tried to wake me up when I'm astral projecting, because I will literally sit up, speak in a different language to him, and he would ask me questions and have full-blown conversations, which I tell him, like, why don't you ever record these type of things with him? And he's talking to me in plain English and I'm answering him back in another language, which I was unaware that I did until probably about a year ago. Was the first time he actually told me, because I guess it freaked out one of the kids because they saw me, because I literally sat up and I was talking, and like what I remember of that was that I wasn't here. I was in another, I felt like I was in another planet, but that's all I felt. I don't remember what I was doing. I just knew that I was here, but I went somewhere else that was not Earth, if that makes any sense. Anywho, that's neither here nor there. But these are the types of things that I'm going to be talking about in my channel. So the channel, I'm going to be, a lot of the, what I feel the most that pushes me to do this channel is the religion. Because in my opinion, from my perspective, religion is something that was basically created to control the mass population. That's it. Because if you believe in something and you fear something, then you abide by certain rules. Now, when religion alone wasn't enough to control, that's when politics comes in. That's when the chain of commands of politics comes in. I don't believe that I'm going to be getting into the politic parts as much, because the religion part of it is the one that I've had questioning since I was a child. And that's kind of like where my interest is more at. Now, with that being said, I am also going to be talking about my journey with my twin flame, which is a little different than what other people have gone through. In an essence, as we have kids together, we were married, but since we didn't know what it was, unfortunately, certain things happened that shouldn't have happened, if that makes any sense. Now, when I speak about religion, it is not going to be just about God. Because, in my opinion, if you believe that there is a God and there is a devil, and there's angels and there's demons, and there is good and there's bad. So, yes, we are what I like to call a different breed. And we are more powerful than what we think. And I say that because I'm on the phone. Okay, sweetie, I know we need more paper towels. We don't have any in there. I have to go get some. Thank you. Close my door, right, please? Thank you. Monkey. I call him Monkey. He likes climbing on everything. Oh, you see, the dogs got in. Take him. Oh, close my door so she doesn't come in because she's going to start. All right, let her in. Close the door. So if you hear any... Oh, there, he's going. Who's going?
Go.
Go. Get the treats. I'm trying to get the two dogs out of the room because they're going to start barking. All right, just go. It's fine. Anywho, can you turn off that fan in the kitchen? Because it's kind of loud. Yeah, thank you. So I'm going... And I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work, but I'm going to be talking about the other half of the religion, the things that are skimmed through in churches and in religions that people don't like to talk about the using certain things to hurt other people. And I know that that is a topic that makes a lot of people uncomfortable when you talk about what we call witchcraft or brujeria in Spanish. But it is something that has to be essential for us to understand. Because as Sophia mentions in her video about the Illuminati and how we are controlled and all of these other things, these are things that are in the same, in my opinion, in the same level. Just, we believe that because we are not doing harm and because we're not like doing certain things, we're protected. But one of the things that Sophia said in her videos, and I cannot remember which one it was, is that by not doing anything, you are in essence creating bad karma. And that took me a while to understand. And I'm gonna end with this. So he's gonna be 14. So about 10 years ago, I was told by one, because of the connection my other half and I have, because I don't call him my ex anymore, because he's not anymore. I was perceived that I was doing witchcraft on him, because the pull that we had to each other, people just couldn't understand. He has siblings, a lot, but there's 3 in particular that I had connected with that I really wanted to form a bond with. I really wanted to form a relationship with. We were all young at the time, and I understand that. But the oldest of these, the trio, decided that she was going to, 1, break whatever it was that I had done, and 2, she was going to make sure that we were never going to be together. She made something with other people that practiced the same things that she practiced and gave it to the 2 younger sisters to bury it in a cemetery at a certain time. Within days of that happening, I had a dream of something being done to me. I dismissed it, and all I said was, oh, God would take care of it. Wrong. Yes, he's going to take care of it. But in the power that he has given to you, as with your thoughts and I know that Sophia says something about words, but it is mainly about thoughts. We have to fight back. And that's one of the things that a lot of tarot readers and a lot of twin flames and a lot of healers and a lot of people do not want to talk about, do not want to get into. So why do I say that? Now, when this was done, I knew that our relationship, as I knew it at the moment, was done. And I knew that there was a long trail of things that were going to happen. But I always knew that he would always come back. How? I had no idea. So about 2 years after it was done, I was with one of the trios at a party. And she was drinking, I was drinking, she got drunk, and she told me what had been done and who did it, what they did, and all of this stuff. And I looked at her dead in the eyes and I said, I know, and I've forgiven you for it. I've forgiven her, and I've forgiven her, and it's in God's hands. Again, I had immediately when it had happened forgiven them because I knew what was going on, even though I had no physical confirmation until years later. Now, with that being said, I had been pushed years after years after years. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Can I have it? To take a stand against what was done, and I didn't want to. A couple of weeks ago, I decided enough is enough. And I sat down and with myself, by myself, just sat down and I spoke to God. And basically just told him, I was like, I am not, and I repeat, I am not sending anything back to anyone. I am releasing that burden because even though I had forgiven them, I was still in the back of my head subconsciously carrying the fact that they had done something to me. So I released whatever had been done. I released the hurt and the pain that it had caused that I had not noticed, knowing that somebody had intentionally done something to keep two people that really loved each other and that really wanted to help each other apart for their own selfish convenience ways. The minute I did that, and I remember repeating it in my head, like, I'm not sending anything back. I'm not sending anything back. I'm not sending, because that's one of my biggest things is like, once I came into the knowing of what is going on and who I am, I want to live in that truth. So, and it's not, I'm going to use the word unfortunately, but when I started knowing who I was and when the incline of releasing that was coming to me, things started to fall apart for, at least for people, for the trio in certain ways. When I decided to consciously release it back to the universe, release it back to God, and this is it. I've had enough of the bull. I've had enough of the crap. I've had enough of the manipulation in that way. And I am not standing for it. And you can come at me and you can come at me. And I am going to push back because I'm no longer sitting down. Now, with that being said, no, I'm not here making voodoo dolls or anything like that. No, this is all internally that I am doing. And when I decided to, boom, karma in an essence took care of the rest, which was something that I personally did not want to see, because I do not want to see people suffer in a way that I have suffered, whether it's emotionally, whether it's physically, whether it's financially, whether it's in any single way, because I have suffered to the point where I have been broken down to my core in every single part of my life. And I never wanted that to anybody. But I have to understand that what other people go through has nothing to do with what I am doing. I cannot allow what people do to me intentionally or unintentionally take control or hold of my life. I have to stand in my truth. I have to stand up for what I believe, and I have to stand up for a lot of things. Now, when I say that this channel is, I am inclined to make the reading that I normally make, but that is not going to be the main focus of this channel, because there are a lot of other things that I do that are not of this realm. again, there are a lot of things that are happening around us that a lot of people are not aware of. And I say that because Sophia had mentioned how she sees energy, and I can totally relate. Even though I was at the time when it first started happening, was a teenager, I believe. I was not exactly sure what it was. But that's not the point. The point is that in this channel, I am just going to be speaking my truth, my journey, and what I've been going through, and where things are at. And I see we're 25 minutes already. So I am going to leave it there. So you standing up for yourself and you standing in your truth is in no way a bad thing. You sitting down and doing nothing for years like I did, we're talking about 10 years of really bad motherfucking karma that I felt that I didn't fucking deserve, because I was here and I was helping financially, emotionally, and all these other crap that I thought that I was doing correctly, helping other people and giving so much of myself to other people. And yet what had been done, because I didn't face it, because I didn't fight it head on, was still having a hold of my life. And it was funny because when I saw the video that Sophia had talked about, that not doing anything and not living in your truth, you are building karma, I saw literally, I think it was like 2 or 3 days after I had consciously decided that that was not going to have a hold on me anymore, and that was going to stop, and that was going to be released back into God, to the universe, because I was done with that. And, you know, I comment a lot on her videos, and I tell her, like, oh my God, like, seriously? Because everything that she talks about are not things that I'm experiencing at the moment. The majority of the things that she talks about are things that I have been experiencing for years, that I literally want to kick myself in the ass because I never believed in myself enough to go out there and look for the answers. Because I was, in an essence, controlled by religion. I was afraid that I was doing something wrong. And that is about it. And I want to thank all of you for watching. And again, this is a 2-part video. It got cut off at like 16 minutes and something. I had never had a video that I would record and literally my screen went completely black and my phone kind of like just went black for a couple of, about 10 seconds or so. And I'm like, oh, I got cut off. I don't like that. Anywho. We'll just leave it at that. Bye-bye.